Thanks for tuning in again. So on this week's episode, we're heading up to Northern Alberta. We're going to be hunting mule deer with Dalton. You know, he is in like God's land of every animal from elk, moose, whitetail, you name it, they have it up in that neck of the woods. So, you know, he has his eyes set on a few muleys, and at the end of the day, he smokes a monster. So stick around. You're not going to want to miss this one.
Dirt Nap TV is brought to you by Scree Canada. This episode of Dirt Nap TV brought to you by these fine sponsors.
So just spotted first shooter buck of the day. Seen three younger bucks earlier today. Or this morning, I guess. It's not even noon yet. It's like 10:30. So spotted this nice 4x4 typical out in a canola field here. So I phoned and got permission from the landowner and just parked the truck on the opposite side of the field. So I had good wind, and we're gonna try and make a move on him here. We'll see what happens. This will be stock number 1 of the year. Hopefully it goes good. So cut down the edge of the field a couple hundred yards, about 200 yards out. The canola starts right here. This is kind of a wet spot, so I was able to walk out a little ways without making too much noise. I originally thought it was the same buck, but it turns out that there's 2 different bucks, and that's why I walked all the way around the quarter section following that deer, and then I spotted this one, so I come all the way across thinking it was him, but it ended up being 2 different deer, so whatever. He bedded down, so about 150 yards. So I'm going to take my pack off, have a drink of water, make a game plan, and I'm going to slowly move towards him until I can hopefully see antlers sticking up out of the canola, and then we'll just wait till he stands up, and hopefully we can get a shot off on him. Well, that wraps up day 1 for me. Today was opening day. Pretty good day. Seen, what was it? 8 muleys all together. Only one doe. 2 nice bucks. A couple smaller ones like that guy there. Seen some elk first thing this morning and a couple moose, so pretty good opening day, I guess. Gonna get up tomorrow morning and see what happens.
Well, he says that little buck like that one. Sure seemed like he was hunting it, didn't it? I think when he got in front of that camera, he had the finger on the release, on the string. I think if that thing was 60 yards, he would have smoked it, but didn't play out for him. Maybe I'm wrong, but I doubt it.
This segment brought to you by Elite Archery, makers of the world's most shootable bows.
He was right there. Right on top. I couldn't do anything. I was already out in the open. Yeah, because we weren't paying attention. No. Well, I was like, let's go this way, see if we can't see a mule deer coming through there. Yeah. I just come out and I see. That's the buck I seen the other day, right on the other side of the fence here. Yeah. He's got some nice wind. Yeah, no, he's a big deer.
And that Dalton's luck, right? So when this video came in, I started watching it, and right away I was like this far from picking up the phone to call him because, you know, the cameraman's filming him walking through the trees, and he squats down like that, and you know, I was expecting it to cut to the next clip and then there's something walking in, but absolutely not. In one motion, camera slides over, there's Dalton, and there's what looked to be elk. I'm assuming so because, you know, they called for the elk, and then Dalton has his reed hanging out of his mouth like a hockey player with his mouth guard, but So, I see these videos like everyone from Ontario sends, everyone from Alberta sends, and I'm from Alberta. But where I hunt, I can shoot 3 elk, and that generally takes me a good portion of the season, and I never go looking for deer. And I watch these videos, these guys send it in rattling with the scrapes, and does it work? Like, I don't know. Keep asking someone to show me how to deer hunt. Normally when I shoot my deer, it's, they're in the wrong place at the wrong time, but, Dalton's up there finding scrapes and, rattling away. Dan's doing the same thing. Brandy's doing the same thing. So if anyone out there wants to teach me how to hunt for deer, just give me a call. Hit me up. I'll gladly learn, because apparently no one else on the show wants to teach me, but yeah, I just don't get it. I'll figure it out one day. Probably not, but I'll try.
This segment brought to you by Scent Relief. This changes everything.
Alright, so it's October 30th? 31st, Halloween. Anyway, it's Halloween. Haven't been out hunting for about a week and a half now, so we got some snow in the time that I was gone. And yeah, haven't really been out looking for deer or anything, just paying attention to the animals that I see on the way home. Seen a buck yesterday on my way home from work that looked like he was following a doe pretty closely, sniffing her out and stuff, so I'm gonna walk the edge of this oat field here. I was hunting here about a week and a half ago, seeing lots of deer, so hopefully there's some more bucks present this time. Do some buck grunting and maybe some rattling, and we'll see how things go. Stay tuned. So I would definitely say there's a buck in the area.
All right, so before we get a pile of people messaging us and hating on us for that shot, it looks like it's skylined, which, I would have thought right away too. That area up there is so vast, and literally there's no one around. And I talked to Dalton about it, and he actually sent me some photos after. So, it's socked in a bit, you can see, and behind that, not too far, is a big set of timber. So it looks skylined. Absolutely, I thought the same thing too, but when you actually see the whole thing, it's not. There's timber behind and totally clear shot. And, especially up there, I think in the neck of the woods that Dalton lives, there's like 4 people. But nonetheless, it was an ethical, safe shot. So don't have to send me a whole bunch of hate mail, because I'll just tell you the same story as I'm telling you right now.
Alright, so it's November 8th today. It's about 45 minutes into legal shooting light, and I just shot a mule deer, so pretty chilly out this morning. We're gonna go back to the truck, regroup our stuff, and then we're gonna come see if we can find the blood trail and hopefully find where he fell over. And then, yeah, we'll go from there, so stay tuned.
Well, all in all, it seems like a pretty good hunt, Hit that deer a little bit far back and did the right thing, backed out, gave it some time to perish and do what it had to do, and then brought a friend out and went tracking. I'm not sure how far it went. It didn't look like it was that far, but you know what? We don't always make perfect shots. We're no different than anyone else, right? We're, especially me, I definitely don't make perfect shots, but good on him for sharing it, and got that out of there and filled the freezer, and what more can you ask for? That's a pretty darn good day out in the field.
This segment brought to you by Tooth of the Arrow, 100% machined from solid.
Alright, so I just shot a mule deer about 45 minutes ago. We snuck up on him. He was bedded on a hill. Ended up standing there long enough for me to get the camera on him and get a shot off on him. So give him a little bit of time. We went and got situated with some rope and backpacks and knives and all of that sort of thing. So we just got back down here, and we're going to walk into where I shot him and find some blood and hopefully find him laying not too far. That's usually a pretty good indication that he's down. We're just following our tracks from this morning. We're standing here watching some mule deer cross in front of us. They ended up moving along, so we come down this little knoll here, try and loop around the deer, see if there was a bigger buck running with the does and the two smaller bucks there. We got to the bottom of this hill, and there was a doe standing off to our right on that knoll. We got to the bush line here, standing right here, and buck stood up. I was able to get a shot off him, so we're gonna pick our way up there, see if we can't find some blood, and go from there. Already bedded. Blood. Oh, there's blood here. I got his track over here, Drew. I got his track over here. He's laying right here. Drew. There we go. 2020 mule deer.
Well, I hope you enjoyed this week's episode. You know, if you want to check it out again or any of our past episodes, just head on over to our YouTube channel, give us a like and a subscribe, and you can watch pretty much all our episodes there. Also, you can check out the new Wild TV app. They have basically every episode Dirt Nap TV put out, and all of the other shows that are on Wild TV, some of the best hunting shows in Canada. So that'd be awesome. And, you know, if you could head on over our Facebook or Instagram or both and give us a like and follow, just helps us grow and helps us get onto, you know, more adventures and keep doing what we love to do. So we'll see you next week right here on Dirt Nap TV.
This episode of Dirt Nap TV brought to you by these fine sponsors.